Our billionaire boss is here. What you picture is what you get, guys. So, hi everyone, welcome. 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 We're live on Facebook. Can you hear me? Boss DOVI? Hey, the founder of Rise Africa. Do it or go home. That's it, guys. Do it or go home. Can you turn on your mic?
Yes, I'm in.
Welcome, 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 welcome. So if you're joining us on Facebook, I want you to hashtag live, tag your team members, tag your prospects. They need to see this. You know, success leaves clue. We have our star director here with us already. And so make sure you have your team members here. So many people have joined this business as a result of this business, as a result of this webinar, I mean. And so make sure you get them in, share the video, do a watch party so that people on your wall can also see it, do a watch party. So we want to, once it's exactly 8, we'll get started. I think it's exactly almost time, 1 minute. So how are you? How is Ghana?
Ghana is
work.
good.
How is work?
Work is always demanding and taxing, no?
I never knew you were a military officer.
Oh.
until you mentioned it to me. Guys, okay. The person before you is an officer and is doing this business and is a star director. No excuse, guys. No matter the level you are. No excuse.
There's no excuse.
No excuse. I don't know what kind of excuse. Excuse are news.
They have to be allergic to excuses, you know?
Building their house.
Hey, Mama Titi. Titi is in the house. My inspiration.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So we want to get started. I'm so excited to have you here. To call you are here. This program, Meet Your Success Partner, was bettered because we want team members in Longbridge to hear from the source, to hear from the star directors how they got to where they are, what are the challenges, and what they need to do to be like us. So that's why I'm bringing all the star directors to come share their success story. So far, the program has been amazing. We've had amazing stories through this platform. People's lives have been touched. And your episode is episode 22nd, 22 episodes. And more is coming. So
definitely.
We want to introduce our guest, guys. My name, once again, is Charles Tambo. I'm the boss of the Global Bosses. He's hungry to dish out what he has for us today. So our guest holds a first-class honor in computer engineering, ESA certificate, first-line aircraft maintenance from Airbus. Sevilla, Spain, and serving in the military for 13 years now. Started network marketing in 2014 after realizing salary can't fund his vision and the best business model for every busy employee. He's married with a boy and a girl. And so I'm so excited to have you. I really love what you're doing because he's also doing a program. He's the founder of Rise Africa, right?
Team Rise Africa.
Team Rise Africa. He's the founder of Team Rise Africa. And he has hosted amazing speakers in the profession, legends in the profession. The last webinar I attended, he hosted the CEO of Fearless Network Marketer, and that is what's his name?
Todd Falcone.
Todd Falcone. Todd Falcone is one person I've been following in this industry. I've learned so much from him, and what he dished out that very webinar is amazing. You need to go back and to the YouTube channel to watch that webinar to learn certain things you need to use to build your business. So we are so excited to meet one of the legends in network marketing with us and in Long Reach. Long Reach are stars. So welcome, sir. Today we want to hear from you. How did you join network marketing? 2014. How were you able to, what led you to network marketing? You mentioned it in your profile, but we want to hear from you. Without mentioning those other companies' name, and why did you not join Long Reach? Why did you join Long Reach? How did you build your business to the level you are? And what are the tips that you can share with us to help us grow our business? So those are the things we want to hear from you. So let's hear from you. You have the floor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Charles. It's an honor, to be hosted, to be called upon to at least share my story, what I've done so far, my testimony, where I am, and the way forward, where we are going. It's a great honor. And then I'll say, to God be the glory. God is the center of everything. And to everyone watching us, congratulations for making time to at least listen to what we have for you. It's so amazing. And then one big appreciation to my team, Team Rise Africa, all over the world, wherever they are. I said, we are the energy team. Now, talking about network marketing, why network marketing, where we've started from. It's amazing, I grew up personally. I was born in a village in the Volta region, closer to the border of Togo. I always say this in all my presentations that I was born in the village that the village cannot be found on the map. So my village cannot be found on the map. So my aspirations when I was growing up and passed through a lot. Right after junior high school, I couldn't have the opportunity to continue to the senior high school. Not because I don't want to go to school, not because my parents don't want to send me to school, but because the means of getting into school are not there. So there's a saying that you can't give what you don't have. So I have to relegate back to what my parents have been doing. My mom was then selling gari and granite and stuff. So at the same time, they were farmers. My dad was a tailor, those who are now, how do you call it, fashion designers. Then they are seamstress and tailors. And raising money for me to go to school it's a problem. So I had to relegate back to the farm where we go to carry granite for people, beans, weed, and stuff like that. I had to to one point in time get my own box, buy some few pin and stuffs, and become a shoemaker. In Ghana, we call them shoe shine boys. And the story is a lot, but long story short, I stayed home for 2 years before I was able to raise some capital to be able to go to the senior high school. Now, I always thank God for guiding me not to lose my focus. That's one thing we have to pray for. You know, we see a lot of kids on the streets, people smoke, though some sniff cocaine, crack, and stuff. Not that we are better than them, but it's just by the grace of God. So I didn't lose that focus. So after some time, I was able to go back to the secondary school. So right after finishing the secondary school, not that I didn't pass well, I passed, and I passed very well. Not having the chance to even go to the secondary school for about 2 years. Right after the secondary school, I have this notion that I don't have any chance of going to the university. But this is the guy, this is the gentleman who look at the parents. In fact, out of 7 children, I was the third, but I became the fourth because I followed twins. And yes, I'm a Bhuterian. So I put up some few things together. A lot of things. I have to go to the timber market, carry wood, push trucks, gather fund. You see, when you have the focus, when you have the vision, you have a certain aspirations, before you, God will have to take you through certain things. Those things I was passing through, but then I was thinking that, oh, this is too much for me. My parents didn't do this for me. My father is wicked. My mother is wicked. Until I grew up and I knew very well that I realized and I understood now that they were not having. But in that sentiment, I was blaming them. So until I hustled, I left home at the age of 13 years. I was carrying wood in one of the toughest city in Ghana, Ashaman. It's like Yowori in Nigeria. That place.
You need to worry.
Yes. So as it's like, if you are not strong enough, you can't survive. I moved to that city, slept in uncompleted building for some time, and there were times I can wear 2, 3, 4 trousers, 2, 3, 4 clothes, because when I go, if I leave the rest, but by the time you come, somebody might come and pick it. It's an uncompleted building, so I have to wear 2, 3 and go. Then those, when I get to the place, I'll remove the inner ones down. That's it's like my own body is my locker, my wardrobe. So I have to keep keeping the clothes with me. So it's been tough. So right after the secondary school, I passed very well again by the grace of God. Then there was this publication that they were doing an enlistment into the Ghana Air Force. I have a technical background. You know, I had a lot of dreams when I was going. First, I wanted to be a doctor. But in our system, when you finish school here in Ghana, for you to be able to afford maybe to into the secondary school to do science, you need to pass certain subjects. You need to go through your core subjects, your elective subjects. But I passed those I have. But before I go to secondary school, I had a thought that if I will go to secondary school and do science, there's no way I can enter the university right after secondary school. So my dream have to change from being a doctor. Now I feel like, oh, let me find a course that I will pursue right after secondary school. Then I'll be able to lay my hands on something I can do. So I decided to do electricals. In case I was not able to go to the university, which I didn't go, I could follow people to the side, do some wiring diagrams and stuff, do some electrical wiring for some houses and make my end meet. So onset, I changed my dream. Then when the Air Force was doing an enlistment, they published for technicians who will be trained to repair aircraft, maintain aircraft for the Air Force. So quickly, I pushed through the application. There and there, I went to the post office. I didn't come back because when I was going, I prepared. I wrote my letter, everything. When I bought the form, there and there, I gave it back to put everything in the envelope and gave it back to the attendant. She was like, are you sure you've done what you're supposed to do? I said, yes. So preparation when preparation meets opportunity, that is where you know that you've arrived. A lot of people are all over the place. They are looking for opportunity, but they are not prepared. If I wasn't prepared, if I didn't pass, I wouldn't have gotten the chance to even enter the Air Force. So after going to the recruit training school, passing out successfully, and coming back to base to work, it dawned on me one day, I always want to make a lot of money. After seeing my salary, my first salary, which were paid to us, a lot of my colleagues were like, so is this what we are coming to be receiving every day? So they were shocked. Nobody knows that this is the quantum, this is the kind of money will be paid every month. In fact, the money I was paid in 2007 as my first salary, current money was 68 cedi. Convert 68 cedi to Naira. 68 cedi. Not 6,800. 68 cedi. I still have the my pay slip there. I always take it along anywhere I go because people want to see. So it dawned on me and say, hey, how can I save this money? How much am I going to save to buy a brand new car, to how do you call it? Buy a car, buy a house for my mom. And so I got confused. But then I still said to myself that I think it's still a journey. So let's go through and see. By and by, I've been working from 2007 until 2010 that way. Then quickly, again, I wanted to prepare myself. So I had to go back to the university again, which my small salary I've been saving. I was able to go back to the university. Now, we go to school thinking that we have to come out to look for a job. I went to school to look for opportunities. I went to school to build my network. And lo and behold, after completion, a colleague, a gentleman, told me one day that he went to a seminar. He saw something. They said, we'll make plenty money. I want to make money legally and godly. So far as there's money there, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make my money. So when I went there, I saw the presentation the next time. I said, no, I like this. I didn't even know anything. I've not heard anything about network marketing before in my life. I never knew that there's something called network marketing. That was my turning point. That gentleman, Mr. Ernest Ahin, who showed me this industry, changed my life, my story, my everything. So even then, when he called me first, I told him that if it is of making money, because I knew you, we ate Gary together when we were even in the university. We slept in some unfavorable places. And then at this time, when you are telling me that there's a way to make money, I think I am in. Just put me in. I didn't want to even ask questions. That is why there is a saying that people join people in our business. People don't join companies. If we join, we will join companies. The companies we are irrelevant anymore. We are not relevant anymore. We are just irrelevant. The companies will just erect maybe billboards and people will go and join them. Because I have the trust for my guy. I have that belief in him so much that when he said there's something to make money, I didn't even want to ask questions. I said, put me in. So far that there's money to be made, I need money. So let's make that money. Because if I take a look back, the first time I ever studied under a light bulb, the first time ever I ever studied under a light bulb was when I was going to write my BEC exams. I never learned under electricity bulb all my life until the day I was going to write. So all these ones got me provoked. So if I see opportunities that will change my life and that of my family, the people around me, I am all in. That is why I always say that it is either you do it or you go home. There's no complaint. If you complain, nothing will change. If you are not allergic to complaints, excuses, nothing will change. Until you change your mindset, nothing will change. So the way forward, we started with the first company. Things were going on well, but the things I always advise my people is this. I was looking out for some trades. I stayed with that company for about 1.5 years. All I was looking for was the company to come to Ghana to give me an office, because it's a word of mouth business. People join me, not the company. So people call me and say, okay, I am interested in your business. Where is your office? Where can I get this? The products. So we can't be ordering products, waiting for 2 months, 2 years. Then I decided that if it's going to continue like this, my credibility is at stake. So I moved on, then moved on, then moved on. Then one day, there were other companies we got involved in where we were so mad that we finished the product and we couldn't go supply. So if people are giving us their money, what else do we give them? They don't have values. So there was a day when we all know Mr. Solomon Abebi Ajimai. If you are a long range partner, you know him. So he called us together and then we had a meeting. And he said, where we've gotten to now, he's about to make some few transition. He met us in the night around 11, 12 midnight in one hotel. And the good thing about that story was that when we met at that hotel, Holiday Inn, we were there and then they said they were fumigating the place. So they came spraying us. So we have to move that night, walk again to Golden Tulip. We didn't have cars. I've been working for the past, I'm not saying my job is not good, but like we all know, you weigh your salary, you save for how long before you buy a car. My dream is never to buy a home use car. I don't want to overheat it. My dream was always to tear rubber from my car. So I never took a loan at my workplace to buy a car. It will be the biggest error I would have ever committed. So we moved from that hotel again to Golden Tulip, where he took us through some few things. This is what he want to do. That kind of leadership. I will always love to be in a bad company with a solidified and a good leadership than to be in a good company with a bad leadership. If you are here, you are running away from your leadership responsibilities. That is the main reason why your business is not growing. Your output is directly proportional to your leadership capacity. He took us to some few things. He said, this is my dream, this is my vision, this is how I want to run my business. If you are in, let's go. I said, I'm in. The other guys say, are in. Some of them, the journey started. It wasn't easy in long reach, especially for me working. There are times, as I'm speaking to you now on this call, if it happened that they called me, I will just tell to the whole 118 people here that I've been called to perform a task. It's a national call. So I have to do.
That's the truth.
What I signed up for. So I go to work. There are times I close, then I have to remove. But then, like I said, I was not having a car. So I have my civil clothes in my bag. When I close, I remove my uniform, fold them nicely, change at work, put my uniform in my bag. Then I take my diary, I move into town. Then I love to do prospecting on the street because that is the way I meet people. I can't do much online. I combine everything. That's why people ask me, which strategy do you use? I say, I don't have a strategy. My only strategy is to meet human beings. So wherever I'll meet human beings, I have to be there. Now, I close, I go to few joints, meet people, make friends. I don't just go straight. That is where you should know the difference between prospecting and inviting. I am not there to do presentation. I am there to make friends. I am there to connect with people of like-minded. People I want to, there are times, there was this story I normally share. I met one gentleman at the bus stop. The guy looked well dressed. I think I have this eye of scouting people. So I approached the guy. After we made, I introduced myself, the conversation, build up the conversation. Then the guy was waiting for a Trotsky. Now, when the car came, I was asking the gentleman to give me his number. That's the only way I can be in touch. The guy said he will not give me his number. And I told the guy that if you don't give me your number, wherever you are going, I'll go with you. He said, why am I? I said, no, I'm not crazy. I just need your contact. He entered the car. By the time he see, I was already in the car. Because I was hungry. I was mad. The war is against poverty. The war was against poverty. It's still against poverty and will surely and forever be against poverty. That is the only way you can make it. I've joined the car with this gentleman. That is where I came up with the term that I will chase you like an evil spirit. If I know you have the capacity to do my business, I will chase you like evil spirit until you join. So sometimes some of my team, my leaders have been using, they will look at me and say, this gentleman is coming, he will chase you like an evil spirit. The same way I do to my leaders. Now, the team keep growing. Things happen. Some will join, they will quit. Some will share a lot of problems with you in the form of excuses. Then at our first anniversary in Ghana, that was the first time I met Madam Titi. I took one picture with him and that picture is still there. He said, she told me that all these things we are saying on stage is possible only when you believe in yourself and you work. I said, okay. As for the belief, I know I believe to the extent that I believe that people, my belief even make people look at me and it's like, this guy, is he crazy? The hunger in me is making me mad in front of people. What I did was, I have 5 sisters. Right after some time, I took the 5 sisters all to a presentation, gave them the front seat to come and see what this gentleman is doing, because there were times where they called my mom and my mom called me back, they said now you are selling sanitary napkin. Some said I'm selling sanitary pad. So my mom was worried. Like, you are working. If you don't like your job again, you finish university, go and look for another job. Why are you selling sanitary pad? I said, oh wow, is that so? I am not selling sanitary pad. The model of my business is this. That was the main reason why I took my kids, my sisters, my elder sister, my kid sisters to the presentation, line them up for them to see the bigger picture. Ladies and gentlemen, your biggest fan, your biggest supporter in this our business, they are always going to be strangers. In fact, Mr. Tambo is not even my friend on Facebook. Until I became a star director, I never get closer to him. We never had a chat. Your biggest hater and the biggest disappointment in your business are going to come from your parents, your friends, your family, whether you like it. Even if you are selling tomatoes, your biggest disappointment will come from your parents, your closest friends. In fact, there are some of my friends I invited to join me in Long Beach for the past 3 years. They said they are on their ways, they are still coming, and they've never arrived. They are still coming.
The first 3 people I shared this business opportunity with, they are still looking at me. My
That's
first
how
3
it is.
friends.
So one thing I grew up to understand is that it is the process. And a lot of people are not seeing results in this business because they are in their feelings. The more you remain in your feelings,
yeah, in their feelings. That's
you,
deep.
if you, the longer you stay in your feelings, the more you starve your income. Until you starve your feelings, your income, your output, your resource will never come out. You have to start being attractive to attract people. You cannot start attracting people unless you become attractive. The process is long. The process includes a lot of things. It's not only about rejection, it's not about deception, it's not only about when you get to a stage where Mr. Tambo is, that is where you have to know that no, even at this stage, you need to deal with it. When your own leaders you've invested so much in are living, are turning against you, are doing a lot of things. This journey is not something you are going to start from point A and finish at point B. It's forever. When people are in their feelings, when you entered in your feelings, that is where you forget to communicate with your upline. That is where you forget that you need to call your upline. You are not going to be saying that, oh, my upline didn't call me for the past 4 or 5. Who motivate the motivator? When was the last time you called your upline? When was the last time you called that person who introduced you to the business and said, how are you? I just want to check on you. How is your family? How are you doing? See, and to we the leaders in the business, I want you to know that not everybody that betrays you dislike you or hate you. Some are just weak. Not everybody that betrays you in this business is your enemy. Some are just weak. So if you meet people, some of your people on your team are unmotivated, some are unmotivatable. You can't motivate some of them. Just love them. Let them be like that. Love them like that. You, Charles Tambo, might be assigned to me by God within this few period. And when it's done and you are gone, your assignment in my life is done. Someone could be assigned to somebody for the next decade, for the next week, for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So when you are done and you want to leave, leave gently. Don't create a scene. Because there are people who left Mr. Charles. And when they go and they badmouth Mr. Charles, somebody who is now coming, who will get his or her breakthrough through Mr. Charles, you are denying that person. These are the few things I learned over the years.
Those are the challenges in the business.
From becoming where I was coming from. For me, by the time I got into the network marketing, after seeing it, I went back to do my research. So I always knew that if I don't do any other business aside my job, I cannot make it in life. But then which business? That static, traditional? How am I going to leave my work to go and open a shop? But with this business, even on board a flight, I can have a chat, take your number. If I'm in a different city, maybe in the northern sector of Ghana, I can still talk to people. We have stockists all over the world. So mine is to do that analysis and look out for the next stockist closer to me to direct my prospects to. So with my phone on the go, I can do business. These are some of the benefits. These are some of the good things people don't know about the business. So our job, you and I, our job now is to educate the people around us. We shouldn't be only talking to the people about the weekly commission, the cars, the travels, and then someone said the volume is low. I think you need to increase your volume on your machine. It's not only about the cars, but let's prepare the people about the process. The process when you are able to prepare the people, the person through the process. You will now understand. Because someone will say, oh, this company is not good, they'll move to the next. We are doing this for the industry. It's not only about for a particular company. We are doing, wherever you are living Long Reach to, you are taking you to that place. You are taking you, your leadership skills to that place. So if the skills are not set, you end up being in someone's bench in another company. You can never play that person's first 11 because you don't have the skills to compete with the people in the first 11 in that company or in that person's team. So you end up on the person's bench. The skill set before the money. The process on today say you have to become a skillonaire before you think about becoming what? A billionaire. If you are leaving company A to company B, you are taking you to that place. So if you don't have the skills, if you don't have a change of attitude, mentality, your mindset, it is the same result you are going to produce there.
Wow. This is hot.
Let me pause if you have any other question.
This is hot.
Other stuff.
You shared the process, what you did when you got started. You were all out. You were meeting people. You were aggressive in your marketing. You get it. And that is why when people tell me, I don't know how to talk to people, I don't have anybody to join me. You don't need your family members to join you for you to have success in this business. You've heard it. Strangers. And you don't need to know anybody for you to approach them. You don't need to know anybody for you to approach them. Now, I want to tell you that I know you have mentioned some challenges you face during your journey to star director. Before you became a star director in Long Reach, did you see yourself there? Did you have it in mind that you're going to get there when you were building your business?
All right.
I hope you can hear me. I hope you can.
I can hear you. I can hear you clear. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
hearing you. In our business, in anything you do in life, if you don't see the end from the beginning, you can never get there. That is the belief system. You see, before I got my first car, anytime we close from presentation, when I close from work, my brother is in the business. He is doing it on full time. When I close from work, we meet prospects on the streets and stuff. So when we take our trotro, our trosky, like your Danfo, when we get to where we are going, I don't live in there. I'm supposed to live in the barracks, but I have a family lodging allowance that because of my movement, my business and stuff, that's another risk. So I don't live in the barracks. So we'll go. The belief we have is that we will surely get a car. The belief we have is that our weekly commission will surely be good. The belief we have is that we will become star directors. even if everybody is leaving the company, and we believe in two core things in the company, that if I make commission, one, they've paid me. If I need products to do business, and they give me the product, then I'm in business. But if I make commission and I've not been paid, then there's no need for me to keep working. These are the two things I advise people, that if you don't get it with Longbridge, then leave. So the belief was there. When we are going home, there was a pothole in our house, in front of the house before we get to the house. I'll tell my brother that, you see this pothole, when I get my car and I am coming, when I get here, I'll drive this way. I'll drive through the pothole, by the pothole like this. Then we will laugh, because we believe and we know what we are doing. We know the system we are working with. I hope you are getting the point.
Yes.
So the belief was there. And when I became Diamond 7 in 2017.
When did you join the business? When did you join Longbridge?
2016.
2016, 2017, you became Diamond 7.
Yes, 2006, early stages. That's where we start. January 2016, that's where we started the business full. Wow. 2017, I was 7 Diamond. Then I was there when I was nominated to go back for another training at my workplace. So automatically,
you were doing this business part-time. You were doing it part-time with your work.
I'm still doing it part-time.
Your military service, because you can be called at any time.
Anytime. So I go to work every day and come. So the belief system was, even when I was away, and the training I went, I was to go for upgrading, and I'll now go and commission to become an officer. So the training, no internet, you will not use phone for the next 6 months. So I am cut off from my business. But I still have the belief that the small leadership skill I have, and I infused and I inputted into some of my leaders, they were able to hold hands when even I was away. And I appreciate them for that. Some of them are on this call. Some are on different agendas. Some are even doing presentation on another call, so they couldn't join this call. So they believe I've seen, as I stand here, I've already seen myself in 5-star. So if you join the company and you know your pace, you see, some people are fooling the time, saying that they are doing it full time. It's either you are fooling the time and deceiving yourself that you are doing it full time. If you say you are doing this business full time, I charge you, and you don't look for 5 to 10 new prospects a day, then you are fooling the time.
That's the truth.
It is not the size of the dog in the fight, but it is the size of the fight in the dog.
Wow.
So you don't say, I am doing this thing full time, you go and sleep, and when there's events like this, you want your upline to call you, your upline to remind you before. How then would you make it? If there was a time when Madam Oluchi came to Ghana, but then I was a 4 diamond, was a 5 diamond, something like that. She said something. She said that anything she knew about this business, she discovered it. Nobody taught her. Then I knew that then I was on the right path. There were times I was learning the Longbridge system as if I was going to write exam on it. I was learning. I will put the presentations my mentor did. I'll download from other sources. Then I'll be listening. I'll be demonstrating in the room. I'll be moving my body as if. So it got to a time when I'm doing presentation, Mr. Solomon who said, why are you speaking like me? Because I'm exposed to you. So the things you expose yourself to, you become like.
So you mean yeah, if your association can also affect you in your business.
The association is much important. If I am prospecting, you have a group of prospects, you want them to join your business. Then in the evening, you are at the blue kiosk, you are drinking with them, the respect they have for you, the kind of mentality. I'm not saying because you are prospecting them, don't join them, but there are certain places you cannot be exposing yourself to those. You attract negative energy. Go to places where you can even go to Facebook right now in your area. Check the next event. Go to the event center. You will see good events. Maybe some seminar is coming on. You are going there not necessarily to go and then learn, but you are there to expose yourself, know the quality of the people there. You exchange some 2, 3, 4, 5 contacts. You are building those relationships. So where you expose yourself to, the people you expose yourself to, it's very, it has a lot of
it is people's business. You need to understand people for you to have success.
Exactly. Our biggest capital in this business are human beings, not money.
Yeah.
Human beings are our capital.
True.
So you have to that, like the first I said, you can only attract people, quality people, when you are attractive.
That's true.
So you don't go to places you think there are places you go, people will even beg you to buy them drink. So if these people are begging you to buy them drink, how can they even join your business?
Now, I want you to tell you something. What hello? Guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, I want you to drop 111 in the chat box.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay. So now I want you to just share your, if someone wants to, you have shared certain things the person needs to do, going through the process, understanding the process. This is very important to our growth in our business. And so then you also mentioned you reading some books. Do you mean that one need personal development for one to grow in this business?
Personal development is a must. Personal development is a must. Because the books we are reading, they are the shortcuts to our success. Because when you read GoPro is someone's experience documented. When you read how to become a superstar in MLM, it's someone's experience documented. If you read your first year in network marketing, it's full of experience. I can keep on mentioning on and on and on and on and on. I have on my phone, I have over 500 ebooks, not other people, but everything is about MLM. This is your food. So you need to learn how to grow the food. I know I have a little time. So I don't want to joke with that small time I have. You have to be serious to attract serious people. You have to be focused to the extent that you become the focus.
Wow, that's true. Now,
so
can you tell us?
Development is a must.
That's it. Now, can you tell us now if a new person is coming into the business, because everybody wants to become a star director, because that's the beginning with the end in mind. Everybody wants to get to the top. Now, what are the expectations? What are the expectations one will face for you to get to star director? And what do you advise the person to do a new one that is just coming on board the business? What do you advise the person to do? Then those who are in the business already, what, because they are in the business and they spend a long time, they are not seeing changes. They are feeling discouraged. What is the advice you have for them? So let's start with the new one who wants to get to the top. What do you advise such person?
If you are new,
your experience, yes.
If you are new and you want to join this business, I know your upline will tell you we have to get a why, the reason you want to join the business, and yes, that one is going to compel you to stay in the game. Like me, if I leave this business, somebody said he's quitting. I said, if I quit, so tell me what I should go and do after quitting. What do you think I will do if I quit? I don't have option. I've burned my bridge. So when you are coming into the business, the new people, the advice I give them is that it pays if you pay attention. Now, paying attention means you have to pay attention to the good and to the bad. The bad is the very few people, the immediate people you put your mind on, you are now calculating. You know, at the fresh presentation like that, people will be thinking, oh, I have this guy in this school, this guy working here, this guy, they are all my friends. Those people, they will disappoint you. So every presentation, before I finish, I tell people, don't be surprised when you go home and the very few people you are thinking about right now are not responding to your call after you share this opportunity with them. Those are the expectations. Then you should be ready now. You should be ready now to learn how to connect with strangers, because the money you need is in their pockets. You should have a clear vision why you are doing this. When I started first, my vision was just to be making 500 Ghana cedi a week. So at every point in time, I have a group of people sharing that vision with them, being employees, colleagues, school dropout, national service, that's youth service, students.
Yeah.
I gather them, I share my vision with them, then I tell you what is at stake. People will reject you. Oh, I'll do it. They will see the opportunity, then they will not join. People will say, oh, these things don't work, it's for school dropouts. Someone told me before it's for school dropout. I asked him, when you graduated from the university, which class did you get? So I have my certificate on my phone, and I show it to him. This is my certificate. I'm not a school dropout. This business can change your life and change that of your generations. So stop that your school dropout attitude and listen to what I'm saying. And he listened to. So it depends that when the person is coming. If you just come here because you are forced to do it, if you force somebody to join the business, you have to force them to stay. You have to force them to do the business. So for the new people, I outline everything. I'll tell you that this and this and this are at stake. People will reject you. People will deceive you. Oh, I'll join. I will even join with VIP. I will do stockies. You call them, they will not pick. Some will even block your numbers. Deception. Then when you grow, people will even quit on their own selves. They do the business for 3, 4, 5 months, and then they lose focus. There's something new at the junction there. They want to go and take a look. Every car that is passing, they want to look at the car. Every opportunity, they want to take a look. Then people will now quit on you. People will find fault. Oh, Mr. Charles, now if I call him, he not even pick. Now he's just a 2-star. He's not picking my call. Then if he become 5-star, we can only watch him on TV. They will find a lot of excuses. So these are the things I'll prepare your mind for. these things happen. It happens. Someone told
So
me before that.
so
Oh,
it's a general epidemic.
yes, it's everywhere. It's like
we like call it pandemic.
it's it's like you are a doctor. When you're a doctor, you usually see people have accidents with their intestines out often. People who come to the pediatric ward. You see a lot of things. It's the same thing in our business. So if you prepare your mind and you are in it, not everything will fall in place for you. It's not God didn't create the world like that anything you dream of, it will come to pass. It will take time. Sometimes God will be putting some things in your way is how do you call it? Is preparing your shoulders. Because there are some of the people here, they are dreaming to be star directors. Do you know the number of calls Mr. Charles have been returning? Do you know the number of people you have to train? Can you do the same thing? So it is time. Then when people join our business, they want to compare their seed seasons to someone's harvest season. You will break your jaw. You will break your shoulders.
DOVI, you are breaking table here.
You see, the truth is only one. If you go to America, the truth is the same. The truth is like a statue. It doesn't move, it doesn't change. So you don't come here and compare your seed season to someone's harvest season. You don't compare your class one. I can see some soldiers in the house. You don't compare your class 1 to someone's class 6. When you close from work, what do you do? From now on to the following morning, I have the chance. After this call, I can jump on another call to do business presentation. If you like, we can be here and be talking to the following morning. We are talkatives. We talk for money. The talking is to educate you, to change your mindset, open your heart for the good news. Am I making sense at all? Because
you are making no sense, guy.
Because your mentality will surely create your reality. What you think about the business. Hey, can this thing work? Is this thing going to work? Hey, does it make sense? If you think too much, you can't do this business. So I brought in the military, we say the senior man is always right. So when I joined the business, Mr. Kwabena Ebua, who actually registered me in Long Beach directly, and he's under Mr. Solomon. I took them as my commanders. I don't know, this is not a military camp. This is a business arena. So for me to make it, I have to listen to them. So I make them as my commanders. When they say this presentation, since I joined this business, forget, I died to my military background. You need to die to what you have before for you to give birth to where you want to be, what you want to have in the future. So I died to them, to the uniform. I died to my rank. Mr. Solomon is not a soldier, so I can't bring my soldier nonsense to him. So I have to follow his instructions. Mr. Nick will be training. Since I joined this business, I've never, when they are doing presentation, I've never made late. Papa Solo will never get there, and it's on record. You can ask even they themselves. Papa Solo will not get there before me. I have to get there and set up the place, carry the projector, fix the thing. Then when he comes out, sometimes we'll have to run and go and pick his bag. You see, that is what we call edification. I have prospects there. I have prospects sitting in the crowd. So the way I will even hype the man coming to do the presentation alone is a closing for the prospect to join. But today,
the people who want to become successful are the ones doing the boss. They don't. Hey, network, don't misbehave, guy. This is not the time to misbehave. Network.
Partners, and the partner started the presentation and he's now coming. See, the upline is begging him to come in. And ladies and gentlemen, it will be very hard for you and I.
I hope you're having value in this webinar. This is the guy just eating it. Most things we run away from in this business, and that is what is sharing with us. As the DOVI training is mind blowing. Thank you for sharing those stuff. Now talk about those who are already in the business. You are talking about team members and upline. Upline would be in the seminar before the team member, and they are expecting to have the same results the upline is having. I tell people, you are asking me what's my secret, what's my secret. I say, watch my activity, watch what I'm doing. I'm showing up no matter what. I'm showing up. You can't say you want to be like me and you're not showing up like me. You need to show up. Show up in every event. Show up in every seminar. Show up in every activity, prospecting call. Show up. You surely have success. And so now tell us your success compared to your military service. Let's talk about that now because of time. Your success in network marketing in Long Beach compared to your work. How is it like?
Like I told you already, for my military career, you see, the military is not a place to go and think of making money. If you join the military and you want to make money with the mindset of making money, it's a service to mankind and to the nation and to God. So if you join the military and you want to make money, you end up taking your gun, your rifle, your weapons to go and do other stuffs which are illegal. There's no money in the military. We are there to serve. So even the Bible says it that in somewhere Cornelius was telling one soldier to be content with what he have. And I always tell people the only profession that is older than Jesus is soldiering. We don't have police in the Bible. There's no fire serviceman mentioned in the Bible. There's no other security servicemen, but soldiers are mentioned in the Bible. So we should be content. For my success in Long Beach, as at where I've gotten to, or in network marketing as a general, biggest success in network marketing popped up when I joined Long Beach. Long Beach is the savior. There's no two ways about that. There's no two ways about that. I couldn't have, if not Long Beach, I couldn't have owned how do you call it, a car. In fact, I with my weekly commission, I built out of Long Beach for my parents, for my in-laws, and the place I am doing this call from, I built here from out of Long Beach, not any other, my weekly commissions. Because the Bible says a house is not built by money, but by wisdom. So if you are in the business and you are making 500 cedi, 200 cedi today, and you can't keep it, God cannot give you $10,000, $100,000. If you are making $50, $10, $100, have the wisdom to know how to manage your money. This is the problem we have as network marketers. We think that money will be there forever, the PVs will flow forever. It's a lie. Nothing stays forever. It's either it's growing or it's dying. So there are times and seasons when you are making money today in Long Beach. Don't forget that there were times you didn't make money. So moving from here, the only thing we pray for, and I know what I pray for, is we are moving from grace to grace, from victory onto victory. Nobody in Long Beach will make $50,000, $2,000, $100,000 finish, and then we hear one day that the person has dropped and is now is not even having a place to sleep. That is what I pray against every day. There's money here. I've made all my fortune from Long Beach. When I started making money from Long Beach, what I did was to give my kid sister. I have 3 sisters behind me. They were in school, so I give them my workside ATM card. when the salary comes, they go and take it to pay their school fees. Because I am building, I have an option. You understand? So for success and for, I am not the highest earner in this company, but the company has given me an option that I sleep, and even in pandemic, I am able to make something with the help of my team, which I always say every day. Because without the team, you can't do it alone.
Yeah, you can't build. If your team are not growing, you can't get to the stars, guys.
That is it.
You can't get to the stars without the diamonds. You can't get to the stars.
One thing I wanted to say is this.
Yeah.
People join, like you are saying, the people who are already in the company have been saying that, should I keep recruiting? I said, recruiting, we have fun with it too. Every organization that survives in the world keep recruiting. Barcelona is recruiting. Manchester United is recruiting. All the NBA teams are recruiting. Mention your church is recruiting. That's why we go out to do evangelism. So why do you want to be in this business and you not recruit? The day you stop recruiting, yes, you can't get to a star director without a diamond. So you need to always help somebody to become a diamond too. And if you don't recruit, how then would you grow somebody? You recruit to share your good news, to help somebody to equally make the fortune out of the opportunity we all have. So you can't stop recruiting. And then the last thing I want to say before, if you have any other question, is this: our business, like our grandpapa, mentor, everybody in this business and industry, you know about Jim Roy. He says that our business about you learn, you practice, and then you teach. Now, a lot of people are making a lot of mistakes. They learn, then they jump the practice chapter, then they want to teach. You cannot teach anything with the highest degree of authority you've never practiced. I said, you cannot teach anything in life, any food, without the highest degree of authority if you've never practiced that before. So don't jump the practice. I'm not saying don't teach. When you have the few information from the beginning and you bring in somebody, give that person the small info, but make sure that info you practice and practice and practice yourself. See result out of it. So when you are teaching it, you don't force it to come. It comes by itself. That is how you grow. You don't just jump and want to teach. Teach what? What do you know? What have you practiced that you want to teach me? That's why people want to recruit me. People send me, they will try to recruit me every day. I ask them 2, 3, 4 questions. Okay, tell me, what's your vision? What are you going to do to me when I join your team? And they don't know what to say. You are not attractive, so I can't join you. The process takes 10,000 hours. Divide the 10,000 hours and see. To take like 6 to 7 years, 10,000 hours. My mentor, Mr. Nnamdi Jarrod Wilkins Agomo, he taught me that. He's a Nigerian, but in the US.
Yeah, it is even in the GoPro book. If you go to the GoPro book,
yes,
to become a professional.
Yes. He was the first. He was the first trainer I hosted. If you can practice 10,000 hours.
So guys, you've heard from our SD. These are amazing journey, how he struggled the beginning of his life and got to where he is today. I found that one thing in life, that the way you push, the way you feel uncomfortable about the situation of life, that's how you will also push your way to success. If you are tired of the status quo, you will surely get to where you want to be. And so I hope you got value from today's video. If there's any parting word to share as we round up, what do you want to conclude with? Yes.
Come again.
I say, if you have any parting word, parting statement,
yes,
you want to conclude with.
My last conclusion for you to know is this. You see, I got to a time where I love the teaching. I love the talking, and I always want to talk because that's the only way I can give out value. We are going somewhere, and where we've gotten to, even Madam Titi is now starting. What about me? Madam Titi is starting. What about me? I just want you to know that there are some roadblocks on the way, and there must be roadblocks. If it is too smooth, it's not good. I wasn't trained like that. I was trained to cross obstacles. So anything I do, I believe there are obstacles. So you have to be tough. And there will be times where you yourself, you'll be tough, you'll be an obstacle to yourself. And let me bring this to the notice of everybody in this industry. When you started this business, you were like, I don't know anything. Teach me. Mr. Tambu, teach me everything. All those guys in your team, everything they call you, I don't know anything. Then they started making some 2,000, 5,000, 16,000, 10,000 naira. And then they've arrived. Oh, I know everything. I don't need my upline anymore. When my upline called for meeting, oh, you know, even this call, they won't join because they've arrived. Deception. At that time, the devil is going to use you as your own roadblock because the universe is going to work against you. This is what I want you to be aware. First, you say, I don't know anything. You start making something small, pride, setting. Oh, I know everything. I don't want to listen to anybody. Then until you realize and you repent, then you do the U-turn. Then you come back to your upline and say, now I've realized that I don't know everything. I am sorry. Until you get to that realization, you wouldn't get to where you want to get to. These three things we all pass through. So if you are on this call and you are just starting, it's ahead waiting for you. So be mindful of yourself and that. We'll keep learning. Whatever you have to share, I'm always ready to learn from you too. I always watch Mr. Charles, stuff like that. I learn a lot every day, every time. It's an opportunity to learn.
Thank
now,
you very much.
We have our meeting with Mr. Simon Chan. I'll share the link. I've shared the link with Mr. Charles already, so we can give it to all the team. What I want to do personally is to unify the MLM, the industry on the continent of Africa. We don't have that unity among us, which is not giving. It shouldn't be my company. We should get to a stage where we'll make the industry nice, attractive for people to join. The health sector, one doctor don't fight against the other doctor. One hospital don't fight against the other hospital. So why should we be fighting ourselves? Let's make it attractive. That's why all the training I do, I share the link with people, even with other companies, Janshi, Forever, and M Global. Our friends, they have even people who left my team and they are there. Are they not still my friends? They are my friends. My joy and my happiness for them is we all make money, we make the industry attractive. People who are leaving school now in the next 2, 3, 4 years, which I know 99% of them will not get a job, but we have the opportunity to touch those lives because Nigeria has not created any job in the past 2 years. Ghana, the same. So the few jobs that are there, when they clinch it, the rest, they will come to us. So let's make it attractive. Let's raise our bar in terms of leadership and the unity to be there for the people to join us. God bless you, Mr. Charles, for putting this, and God bless all the 130 something, 40 something people who came here to listen to my nonsense. I hope I made sense. If I don't make sense to you, can inbox me on Facebook. Please, next time say that. I am always ready to learn. So
guys,
God bless you.
That's great, fantastic one, as the Dove, for this wonderful webinar with you. You have shared powerful nuggets. You can see what is on his chest. Do it or go home. That is it, guys. You want to become a star director? Go do what the star directors are doing, and you surely get to where you want to be. So there is no two ways about it. Go do the activity. I'm going to share the link for his program coming up on Friday evening. What time exactly? What time?
7 Ghana time.
Ghana time 7, Nigerian time 8 p.m. on Friday. You don't need to miss that program because the speaker is someone who has really featured so many legends in the MLM industry, and he has really helped many of us to get to where we are today. And that's the speaker is featuring in the program. And so there is a mentorship course I'm also running. If you are interested, go to my wall. You see how to join that mentorship course. It's not a free course, it's a paid course. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I hope you got the memo for today's webinar. Go all out, build this business. There's money here. There's financial freedom here. You meet people, you enjoy a life of style once you go through the process. Thank you, Dove, for joining us. And my regards to your family.
They are here. My kids were listening to you. They've gone to sleep.
Okay, guys.
All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.